Hello friends, this is the first video of the series named Basics of the Terminal, which we are just started today guys. In this video, we are just gonna discuss about some basic terminologies related to the terminal and the GUI. And what are the things makes the terminal different from GUI. We also discuss about it. And at the end of the video, we take a little look about some basic commands that you can use in your terminal. And as a beginner, you have to aware about these commands. So let's grab a topic one by one and deep dive into it. So first of all, what is GUI? If someone from you tell me I haven't used the GUI application ever in my life, then what is the reaction? Actually, I will not believe that guy because we are still using the GUI application known as a browser while watching this video. We are using a GUI interface. One of the good things with the GUI interface, you have a buttons over the screen. Basically, GUI serves everything for you over the screen in order to interact with the computers. This makes it easy to understand what's happening behind the scene. You don't have to visualize things, what's happening when I click over this button or this button. Don't have to visualize everything. But in the terminal, unlike GUI, you don't have any kind of interface. You just get a black screen, and over there you have one option to interact with the computer by just writing commands and the prompts. Due to this, we have to visualize everything before writing any of the command or the prompt because we don't want to make a difference behind the scene that we don't want. Basically, an extra cognitive load you have to put on your brain before writing any of the command. That actually the thing that make you a different guy from those who are working over the GUI. Yeah, this black screen might look a bit scary for those who just come from the GUI application, and apparently 90% of the peoples maybe come from the GUI interface, and sometimes it's really hard to understand for those. Now we are on the another part of our video. Here we discuss about how we can open terminal in our operating system. Basically, it doesn't matter which operating system you are. It will be a Windows or Mac or Linux. It doesn't matter at all. But it will be beneficial for you if you are working over the Linux operating system, because throughout the series we are using the command, we are learning the command for the terminal that comes by default with the Linux operating system. So it's good if you have a Linux, but don't worry if you're not, because I also not have a Linux and I'm going to install that terminal known as a bash as a third party. But guys, you don't have any question? Let's just like, why don't I use those terminals that comes by default with the Windows operating system? Like CMD, command line interface, or PowerShell, that's by default comes with the operating system. Then why we are not using over here? Actually, these terminals are serves for the different purposes, which we are not talking right now. So we will talk about it in later videos. For now, these terminals are not a part of our cup of tea. But for more information guys, I would like to tell you CMD is the most oldest terminal provided by the Windows. It's a command line interface that has been a part of Windows since early days, and the PowerShell is the little bit advanced version of CMD. So that's all about why we are not using default terminals. After a lot of blabbering, come to the point, we was going to install bash from here and download and install just like you're installing GTA 5 by clicking next, next, next. So here we go, we have successfully installed our bash terminal. Now what we have to do, now you can open the Git Bash terminal by this way, by just typing git bash here, just like I found here, Git Bash, click on it and you can open the Git Bash. This is the interface of our Git Bash terminal, something look like this. Here you can see there's a black screen covered the whole terminal, and at the top line represents something. So let's first understand about this interface. This line is known as a terminal prompt, and this line gives us an important context information about your PC, such as username, using which you are logged here, as in my case Davin it is, and the PC name. In my case this is Nancy, and along with it, it also gives us important information about your operating system. Guys, you can also check these names by manually in your PC. For example, to check your username of your PC, you just have to go in a C drive, and over here you find a users folder, and here you find the Davin. I mean, in my case it's Davin it is, but in your case it may be different. In my case, I have only single users, but you may have a multiple users. A single PC have a multiple user can be, and that actually the name Davin username which is showing in the terminal. And the PC name, you can also check your PC name by just going to the settings tab of your PC, and here you find your PC name. In my case, this is Nancy, and you can also rename your PC name by just clicking over here, rename, and that actually the same thing showing in the terminal. This is Nancy, this is our PC name. And now what this mingw64 in the prompt line represent? That actually represent that you are over the 64-bit operating system, and mostly users in this era uses 64-bit. 32-bit almost vanishes. The fourth argument at the end of the prompt line, what actually this represent? This actually represent that currently where we are, actually the path of the location from the home directory. Only the tilde sign shows here in my case. This represent that we are in the home directory of Devon. For example, if you open the Git Bash for the desktop, the path changes accordingly. You can see that now it's showing tilde sign / desktop. It shows the path from the root directory to the location where you open it. So this is the brief introduction of our Git Bash terminal. At the end, you just only understand that when this prompt line shows, your terminal is now ready to take your commands. Now the time has come to demonstrate some basic command that you can use in your terminal. As a beginner, these commands are really useful, so you should know about it. So let's start with the pwd command, which is a really basic command. Print working directory, it's a full name. It basically returns the path of the folder in which you are currently working. In my case, as you can see that it returns the path of the desktop from the C drive. It returns the basically absolute path. That's all we can do with this command. Our second command is ls. ls basically state that list. This command basically returns all the files and folders in your current directory. Means you can see that in my case, desktop have a many files I have. If you want to see how many files and folder in your current directory, you can use this command to see them. For now, you can understand that with the ls command, you can get a view of files and folder in your current directory. If you want to get a view of hidden files and folder, you can change the behavior of ls. You have to know about it, and we will discuss about in future lectures. Our next command is cd. This command let you move between the folders. If you want to move between the folders, like currently I am on desktop and I want to get into any of the folder that are present over my desktop, first I have to know the name of the folder. For that, I have to get a view of my current directory using the ls command. Once I come to know the name of the folder, we can use the cd command, and along with it, we can type the folder name. We don't have to type the full name of the folder, just first two character maybe you can type and press the tab button. It or just auto complete it. Now hit the enter button, and here we go. We are in our new folder whose name you can see that. If you want to get out from this folder, you just have to type again cd command along with the double dots. This command will let you get out from this folder. You can see that in the prompt line how the changes when I get into the folder and get out of the folder. You can see the prompt line. So this is all about the how you can use the cd command. According to your requirement, you can use this command for traversing between the folders, as I did here. Let's check our next command, which is mkdir. Using this command, basically you can make the folders, one or two folders by just one click. The good thing with this command is you can make multiple folders by just one click. If you want to create multiple folders, 100 or 1000 folders, you can create it very easily according to your requirement. For example, if I want to create a folder whose name is Devon, just have to type the mkdir along with the folder name, which is Devon. You can also do like this way for creating multiple folders. As I did here, I created two folders, Devon1 and Devon2. This leads to create two folders immediately. If you want to make a file rather than folder, you can use the touch command rather than mkdir, which is for the folder making. For example, I am creating a file.txt using the touch command here. You can see that. As a similar, you can create multiple files by just one click using this command as like mkdir. So these are all the commands that you have to keep in your mind as a beginner, or you want to be a terminal engineer. You have to keep these commands in your mind. For that, you have to practice these commands in your Git Bash in your PC. In the next video, we will discuss about what are flags.